Fouad Abiad weighs in, Martin is not doing himself any favors, a veteran's take on the Fitzwater fallout. In the wake of the dramatic controversy surrounding Martin Fitzwater after his fourth-place finish at the 2026 Arnold Classic, veteran bodybuilder and commentator Fouad Abiad has publicly weighed in on the situation, offering a forthright assessment of what he sees as Fitzwater's missteps and the potential damage being done to his career. Fitzwater's actions during and after the competition, including skipping a handshake with Nick Walker onstage and fiery responses to critics on social media, have sparked widespread debate and strong reactions across the bodybuilding community. Videos from the event showed Fitzwater greeting other competitors but not Walker, and later making comments online confirming he refused to be fake, a remark many fans took as unprofessional or disrespectful. Abiad, known for his years in the IFBB and as a host of bodybuilding media content, stepped into the conversation with blunt commentary, making it clear he believes Fitzwater is currently his own worst enemy, his systematically ruining his career in one night. Abiad's remarks, shared on social platforms and in podcast appearances, highlight a deeper frustration than simply Fitzwater's behavior. He argues that the way Fitzwater has responded to criticism and controversy has compounded the issue. According to Abiad, there is a lot more to the situation than what happened on stage. He pointed to back-and-forth messaging and heated responses online, including harsh replies and voicemails sent to people who confronted Fitzwater. Criticism of media outlets and fans, at times blocking critics instead of engaging constructively. Actions that appear to many fans and commentators to be undermining Fitzwater's own standing in the sport. In Abiad's words, Martin is not doing himself any favors. He went so far as to say that Fitzwater is systematically ruining his career in one night, framing the fallout as one of the worst downward trends he's seen in a pro bodybuilder's trajectory. From Prague to Columbus, a career on the line? Abiad referenced Fitzwater's strong competitive history, including notable wins, such as his victory over Samson Dauder at the Prague Pro, to illustrate how much promise the young athlete once held. Under different circumstances, fans and commentators expected him to continue rising through the ranks. Instead, Abiad believes the trend post-Columbus has been negative. Earlier incidents, including a widely discussed altercation involving Giles and Fitzwater's phone, were forgiven or overlooked by many at the time. More recent clashes, with Walker, media, and fans alike, have reignited criticism. Now, Fitzwater is facing backlash from all sides. Abiad didn't mince words, he described the situation as a worse downfall for a competitor who once looked like a major figure in elite bodybuilding. Zip it and grow up, advice from a veteran. At several points in his comments, Abiad urged Fitzwater to take a step back, quiet the ongoing online sparring, and reflect on how he presents himself to the world. He suggested that the best move for Fitzwater right now would be to zip it and go away for a while to mature and reassess. Focus on improving himself and his reputation, rather than defending every criticism publicly. Come back with perspective and professionalism. This hardline advice reflects Abiad's broader belief that actions offstage can be just as influential to a career as performance on stage, and in this case, he feels that Fitzwater's reactions are detracting from his potential and legacy. Why Abiad's comments trigger discussion? Abiad's perspective stands in contrast to voices like Lee Priest, who have urged empathy and caution before delivering harsh personal criticism. While Priest emphasized understanding mental health and avoiding outright attacks, Abiad focuses more on responsibility and consequences. The two viewpoints illustrate a broader debate in the sport. Should athletes be forgiven for emotional responses under pressure? At what point does conduct become detrimental enough to demand accountability? How should the bodybuilding community balance empathy with expectations of professionalism? Both angles have sparked discussion, with some fans agreeing that Fitzwater's reactions have been problematic, and others noting that athletes are still human and deserve support. What happens next? A career at a crossroads. Martin Fitzwater's future in competition remains uncertain amidst the backlash. His current social media changes, including making his account private, and his public statements have left fans and peers wondering whether he'll continue competing at elite levels without addressing the controversy more directly. Abiad's comments, though critical, reflect a belief that there is still potential for Fitzwater to rebound if he chooses to reassess his approach and focus on performance and growth rather than ongoing conflicts. In a sport where public image, professionalism, and personal conduct increasingly influence sponsorships and fan support, the chapter unfolding around Fitzwater could prove to be as defining as any competition result.